Where are you? Come here, baby. I know. Come here. I think people like you. I think there are some people who enjoyed meeting you. And they thought you were really pretty and sweet. Are you still hungry? Because you've already eaten about 5 times today. Have you been hanging out with Chester? He's been hanging out with Chester. You ready to get down? He loves it outside. All right, bye-bye. Oh, goodness. I'm straightening up out here. That's what I try to do first thing, and go through like things that I've bought that I haven't put away yet. Organize things. I couldn't resist these little skulls. I may put this in the candy bowl this year. But I also thought it would be fun to drill holes in these and sort of have a string of skulls by the door. Hey everybody, it's Lynn here from A Bit of Birdsong, and I'm just wondering how crazy it would be to make a trashy journal this big. I may have to cut this down a little bit, but I'm really thinking with all the stuff I've collected lately, all these crazy trinkets and that sort of thing, it might be really fun to make just an enormous trash journal. Let me sit and just think about this and play with the idea for a little bit, and I will be back. Okay, I'm back. I don't know if these were hanging in the way earlier. I can't remember if I recorded a little bit of this video and then strung these up, or if these were hanging in the way. Shows you how much attention I pay to things that are going on out here. These were fun. These were Dollar Tree. All of these were in a little bag, and I think I paid $1.50. And then I just punched holes in the top, and I will take those and hang them up somewhere. But I am going to go for a huge, huge journal. Now, I love this fabric. I think the color is gorgeous. And all of these huge flowers. I don't really care for the way it frays, but I think we can go around the edge with paint, glue, tacky glue, you know, maybe even wax. So I like this fabric with the bicycles, and I think I might do this on the front. Just stitch that onto the front. And yes, I did this at the sewing machine. That was a long way to sew, and I just had to keep rolling the cardboard up behind the sewing machine. The ends weren't that hard to do. I can't do a lot of fancy stitches like big circles and things because this is just too big, but I will figure it out. I can at least go around the corners. And then for the signatures, I am going to sew my signatures to this and then glue this in, and maybe I will reinforce it with some brads or something. So I just wanted to show you where I am in the process. All right. Okay, I went to the sewing machine with this piece of fabric that I had cut for the spine, and I sewed. A lot of times what I do is take 2 pages and sew them together with fabric strips, and then I sew down the middle of those fabric strips. That is kind of labor intensive, and I don't mind doing it for a journal that's a little bit smaller, but this journal is so large. The only fear is that since it perforates the paper a little bit, there is the danger that the paper could tear, but I feel like that is the whole point of masking tape. And masking tape is great too for just adding character. So I'm not going to worry about that. Another thing that I did before we glue this in, this fabric, the journal was too big to put under the sewing machine and tack this down like in some sort of circle or whatever. I just took it to the sewing machine and sewed these stitches to make it look like signatures have been sewn in on the outside. And the reason I did that is so that when I glue this down, it's not just glued to a loose piece of fabric. that's going to be flapping around. And like I mentioned before, we're also going to tack this down probably in some way. I'm just trying to look where I need to have my glue. So we're going to put a lot of tacky glue. I love tacky glue. I've never had a problem with it not holding. I've been using this for as long as I can remember. It's probably what I used to use when we would build our little doll houses. It's just a really nice all-purpose glue, I think. And I guess it depends too on what you're doing, because these white glues do have some moisture in them. And I love how fast it grabs. It tends to hold on pretty quickly. And I think there is also a version of tacky glue that's called Fast Grab. I've bought it in the past. I don't know if it's something they still have. So this is going to go right here. And I think that's pretty centered up already, actually. So one thing you might notice, the pages don't come all the way out to the edge, but that's okay because this is going to be a huge, massive trashy journal. That gives us room to tape pages onto the edge to bring them all the way out. And it's also... that's not many signatures in there for how big this is. That gives us room to add some by hand if we want to, and it gives us room also to make flip out pages. We can have a lot of fun with this book. So I think what I'll do is maybe just get some things together that I've been wanting to use to start my new trashy journal, and we'll work in this one for a little bit. There's probably really, well, maybe not. I was going to say there's probably too much on the desk, but I did pull out, we'll work around it. I did pull out some large things that I've been wanting to use. I just wanted to save these and not let them, you know, go to waste. I love this cover from the Rubber Stamp Madness. We're probably going to go through quite a bit of tape with this journal, which is always fun. It's fast too, using tape. So let's cut that spine off since it's sort of ragged, and don't really want to lose anything here. So we'll use that in a different spot. I may not, well, I'm not going to bore everybody to tears by trying to do this entire process of putting these large pages in, but I have had things piling up, and I just knew that it was time to make a new trashy journal, and I did want to show you at least part of the process. And I kind of do, I just try to be intuitive. I don't do them the same way every single time. That's fun. And that's kind of the right height for that, for the book. So we're going to have so much fun with this. This thing may end up being so huge that I never want to do another one of these again, but it could also be one of the most fun things we've done. Oh, this is going to be so fun. I can already tell. And I have this little creepy cloth packaging. Maybe I'll glue it over here because I want to put a picture or something behind that circle. And I do think this is fun. This is from a really pretty book about music, but I could tell it had been water damaged, and I took the covers off because they were pretty gross. But there were some pages in here worth keeping. And this happens to be one of them. Metropolitan School District of Washington Township, Indianapolis, Indiana. Oops. You know what? I have a thicker roll of masking tape inside at my desk where my computer is. That might be fun to use in this as well. And a lot of times I just pick up my duct tape or masking tape from the Dollar Tree, but you could use duct tape. So many possibilities. Like here is another one of these amazing pages from that music book. And I'm pulling this loose, which I don't want to do. And that's why, so wait, let's do this. That's why I mentioned reinforcing it, which I will definitely do. But I want to let the glue dry a little more before I reinforce it with brads or something like that. And for now, let's do this. That will at least help that part to stay flat. Well, I think you get the picture of how I'm going to tape these pages on. I do have more of this music book. So let's just see if there is a fun page that I would want to put right in the front. And this book has nice, sturdy pages. I think it's a bonus that they're already a little bit crinkled. Oh, I like that. And I love that. I love Middle Ages looking things. Oh, I love that. That is a contender for the front. I like this too. But that's really striking. And it's always fun to have something that grabs your attention on the first page. Just look at these. Can you see what I'm talking about? All of these gorgeous, gorgeous images interspersed with like the instructional, more modern pictures that they have in there. I love this too. We're going to get a lot from this book. What we will do is cut off this little amount. Oh, how did I get that so perfect without measuring? That was a happy accident. Okay, I'll stop there. I'm going to keep working on this, but I don't want to bore you by just sitting here taping all these pages in. And I'm probably also going to give this a little bit of time to dry before I put any more in anyway. And maybe I'll try, I will try to remember to show you how I reinforce it. So let's leave this for now, and I will be back This could be I guess the granddaddy of all trash journals. I had to move it over here because it's so big. When we open it, it's really long, and I'm so excited about that. It's so exciting. So I went ahead and filled out the pages by taping other pages to the ends of them. That's part of a magazine. That's Fiber Art Now, and Jay, I think you sent me that. There's the other side of it. And then these were dividers from the planner, the Happy Planner that I took apart and took some of my things out of to put in the new planner. Start where you are. I love that. I love that. And then this was a photograph I found at the Scrap Exchange, I think. The Scrap Exchange is a large creative reuse center in Durham, and we're so lucky to have it. It's been around for 33 years now? I'm not sure, but it's been around a long time, and I've been shopping there pretty much the entire time. I've seen it at all its different locations. And this is, oh, I missed one. So I'll have to add a sheet to this. This is that textured wallpaper that you can paint on. Love this little pocket here. There's going to be packaging, book pages. We can make pages that flip down. We can make pages that flip out, because there is a lot of room for bulk in this, which means we could also add maybe dimensional things, like some of these trinkets and charms and things. Maybe we can find a way to put those in. Used some of the music book pages. Love that. I love that type of statuary. And then this is an envelope that we could put things in. I had to cut the top off to get it to be short enough. But I just can't tell you how excited I am about this. I've had, oh, I didn't do this either. I thought I did that one. I've had a long, really productive day. All right, I'm going to go because I'm hungry. I've been out here all day, off and on, working on things, cleaning up things, learning things, packaging things, and I will be back really soon. I can't wait to work in this. We've got maybe a little bit more room in my current everyday journal and in the last big trashy journal, so I'll need to check those and at some point do the final flip throughs of those, but I'm really excited to start this. Yay, I need to put my stamp on the back too. Do you see how big this thing could possibly get? So it sounds like it's starting to rain too. I'm gonna go inside. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.